Welcome back to Barry Charles Footy Show, your one-stop shop for everything rugby league. And in today's episode, we'll talk about Dylan Walker out the door, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck out for 8 weeks, Francis Molo signs with the Dolphins, what's happening in the world of DCE, the Ashes is back, baby, absolutely the Ashes is back, Fogarty to Manly, and wow, it all happens here. And what is the plan for Manly going forward? And we finish off with my tips for the round ahead. Let's get to it. Let's rock and roll right here, right now on Barry Charles Footy Show. Welcome back, guys and gals, to the channel. Yes, indeed. Let's start off. Dylan Walker has been released immediately from the Warriors. And why, oh why? Well, the talk is family reasons. The Parramatta gave him an offer that he couldn't refuse for a couple of seasons. What's doing there? But the Warriors are in a chance of making the top 8 this season, and they let Dylan Walker walk now. And it sounds madness to me, absolute madness. When you got a chance of, well, some people could say win a premiership, and you're going to walk away and go to Parramatta, who are definitely not going to win a premiership this year. That is for sure. It's just, it doesn't make sense. If it was a swap for some player, if you had someone swap, come like Will Penasini coming to the Warriors, then I would say that was a good trade. But or Josh Adokar, for instance, but because it's not, and Dylan Walker's just been released, just not good for Warriors fans out there. And with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck out for 8 weeks, it's a big blow for the Warriors. But DW said is hopefully not far away. They need him as quick as possible to return to make this good for the Warriors. But yeah, there's a little bit of turmoil in the Warriors at the moment with that. And will they continue to replace him? Obviously, they've got Aaron Clark, who's turned into their sort of replacement role player. But you're going to bring in a Freddie Lussick. Maybe Tamari Martin will go to 14. But yeah, just not the same caliber as Dylan Walker, no doubt about it. Francis Molo, all this rubbish has finally come, and he is out of the Dragons and playing for Dolphins, and expected to play for Dolphins potentially in 2 weeks' time. Just a dragged out saga, madness. I don't know what was said, but obviously I don't know what happened. Was it a female staff member? Was it a male staff member? We don't know. Was there a bit of... This is all allegations. Who knows what it was, but whether it was some sort of like fisticuff or something, or was it a family-related situation, I'm not sure. But anyway, done as dusted. He's with the Dolphins for 2 years. Is he going to make the Dolphins a better team? Yeah, he probably will make it, but will he make them a top 8 side? Hell no. But good signing. All the less, he's not a bad player, but he's not in the top echelon of props in the game. Absolutely. Fogarty to Manly, folks. That's the talk about town. I'm sure he will stay at the Raiders unless he wants to move. But you think if he moved, he'll move to Queensland. You would think if he was wanting to go back. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I honestly don't see it happening. It could happen, but more likely Luke Brooks goes to 7, and then they got to pick a number 6. Now they're saying it's Turbo. No, I scratched my head at that one. I don't think he can handle that position well. He's struggling at fullback as it is. Try to add a kicking game to his repertoire, which he doesn't really have much of one. I just don't see that working. So, and Brooks has proven at number 7 he is not the main man for any club. So yeah, I don't think that'll work in terms of you wanting to win a premiership. I don't think he's the answer there. The Ashes is back, baby. Yes, the Ashes. Yes, Australia versus England in a 3-test match series at the end of the year. What does that mean for the rest of the competition? What is actually going to happen? Are you going to have Tonga and Samoa play each other? Are we still going to have a Pacific Championship with Tonga, Samoa, and New Zealand, and then the lower ranked teams like Fiji, Papua New Guinea, and Cook Islands in the next lot? I think they need to really spruce that up. If they really want to do that, They've got this. They should let France play as well. Get France and USA to have a game. Do something. Lebanon. Get these other teams that have been there around the traps. Get them part of this competition and really build their depth. There might be some high-scoring games, but you build them capacity to understand what they need to do, and then they can move forward and look for other players to improve going forward. USA, big ticket item. You could have USA versus Canada. Look at that. I think that if they're looking to push the USA market, get US and Canada. They have their rivalry together. Put them both together. So you have that. And then you got Lebanon. Obviously already been there. France. Can they get any other nations going? Can they get Wales going? Is that an opportunity? Ireland. Can they get them into the fold? And there's obviously South Africa. South Africa are a team they could look towards. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities here for rugby league to move forward. But in the short term, with the Pacific Championship, if they're going to have that, they need to have 4 teams in each one. Not this rubbish 3 teams. They play 3 games, or whatever, 2 games, and then 2 games, and then you can have a final there, and then have a playoff between. I think that's the way you should do it. Give it a good round robin, 3 games, and then a final for both of them, and then all the teams get a lot more football, and it just makes it better for international footy. But back to the Ashes, yes, the 3 tests in England. How do I see it going? Do I see a very good opportunity there for them to deliver? Well, let's just get frank with the fix. Let's get frank. Rugby league at its best. We'll have this test series. But the question mark, will Nathan Cleary actually get there and be able to play? He always has question marks over him. And who will make the squad? Because obviously the news is what's happening with Kalen Ponga. Will he be playing for Queensland for a start? And then I think from what I can gather, Melbourne Eagle will not pick Ponga. So does Ponga just say, I'm going to New Zealand, baby? That'll be an interesting sort of plot going into the future with that. But yeah, the Ashes is back. First time since 2003. And it's great to see the Ashes back. Yes, now, what's the footy's coming up, folks? Yes, the footy on the weekend, ready to rock and roll, and starts tonight. Panthers versus the Rabbitohs. Yes, the Rabbitohs at home. Can they do it against the Panthers? Surely not. I know there's no Cleary, but surely the return of the Panthers a victory here. But if the Panthers lose this game, then you can start going, are they really a chance this season? But surely they'll bounce back in the Panthers by 6 in that one. Roosters and the Titans. Well, the Roosters should waltz away on Friday Night Football, and I think they'll win easily by 12. And the Broncos, Dolphins at home. I'm not 100% what they're both at home, to be honest. The Battle of Brisbane, I'm still going to say the Broncos will get it done, but I'm not 100% convinced on this game, but the Broncos by 12. Another game that'll be interesting, Dragons versus the Storm. The Storm have got a lot of players out, but I'm still going to pick the Storm on their professionalism and get it done by 7. Another game, Cowboys on the hot night time against the Raiders. The Townsville, it's a bit of a, you could say, toss of the coin. We'll see. If the Raiders are the real deal, they'll win this game. If they lose, then they're not the real deal this season. And their first game was just a blight on their season. But if they can win this, then the Raiders are fair dinkum. It's the Raiders by 6 in a close game. Sharks against the Bulldogs, probably the game around for mine. I'm still sticking with the Sharkies here, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Bulldogs win this game. Manly versus Eels is probably the best one of the comp here. Manly to win by plenty. I think Manly can win this game by plenty. 18 plus. And now last of all, the Tigers versus the Warriors. Well, I'm going to do it 3 weeks in a row. Does that mean 3 weeks wins for the Warriors here? Tigers at home for me by 6. Yes, the Warriors can make a statement and win this game. If the Warriors win this game, then yes, they're starting to go rocking and rolling. They're playing good football, the Warriors, but the Tigers are definitely a different kettle of fish this season. But if the Warriors do beat the Tigers for a start, away from home, and then you start talking about, well, this is the top 18. Can they push up for top 4? This is where the cookie crumbles. We'll see if the Warriors can do it. I hope the Warriors can do it, but I'm just going with my head here, and I still stick with the Tigers for this one. But let's hope they do it. But let's enjoy the football on the weekend. Should be some great games. Could be plenty of upsets as we've had so far over the first few rounds. We'll see if it keeps going and the talk will continue. But yeah, DCE for me, the Roosters for mine. That's where he'll end up. Unless he's going for the payday, then he'll be looking at the Queensland Cup. But anyway, that is it. Thanks for joining me at Barry Charles Footy Show. Remember to like and subscribe. And I'll be back again with another video soon.